questions. Now, speaking about powerful women, this Filipina helped lead a homegrown makeup brand to success. Happy Skin is known for its skin-friendly makeup that's made for Pinays. Now, we chat with co-founder and CEO Jacqe Yuengtian-Gutierrez on trailblazing as a woman in the industry. Jack, thank you for joining us. We appreciate your time. Well, being a successful entrepreneur, how do you see modern day Filipinas continue to break the proverbial glass ceiling, especially, well, in many male-dominated industries?
Mhm. Actually, good evening and thank you for having me today. It's an honor to be here. So I think the first step really is to acknowledge that women really face our own set of barriers when we build our own business. As what Bisa Lenny said, diba, our role in society has always been the homemaker. We are the ones who need to manage our work and our family. And there's also like a little bit of lack of community support and not having enough confidence or a good model to emulate. I think these are all the reality we face. And I think we should look at it as challenges that we need to manage and overcome if we want to be successful entrepreneurs. I think with the recent pandemic, flexible home working arrangements are more possible. So it's easier to manage online schools and also manage our profit and loss statements. More and more investors are also seeing the high growth in women led businesses because we have seen a lot of successful ones. So there are a lot of interested angel investors out there. Lastly, from my experience, women entrepreneurs inspire other women to start businesses. This leads to more job creation for women. And when women become successful in a field, the next generation of women is more likely to follow their success.
Well, Jack, the country well has made significant gains, no progress in terms of closing the gender gap, and it continues to do so. What else do you think needs to be done, to help women accomplish more?
So I think we have to acknowledge, women-owned SMEs are a key driver for economic growth. We represent at least 40% of all SMEs in the Philippines. That means women continually create jobs and provide employment opportunities for more Filipinos, and that helps fuel the economy. To be perfectly honest, the Philippines is a country where they put a high value on women and their contribution. I personally have never felt gender inequality, even when I was working in my corporate job or even when we started our businesses. So I've always felt empowered to do more and to do good.
Let's talk about your company, which is one among the leading companies in the skincare and makeup industry. Tell us about how your brands are helping empower Filipina women, or rather Filipinas.
I guess, as I mentioned earlier, women entrepreneurs gets empowered by seeing other successful women entrepreneurs. I mean, that was the case for me. You see opportunities and possibilities, and you think, maybe I can also do this. And by continuing to thrive despite this pandemic, for me, is our team's contribution in really empowering young women, young entrepreneurs, that, it's still possible to start a business now, and it's still possible to still thrive in this pandemic. I think you also have to set a good example. You have to put people first. You are an entrepreneur not just for yourself. You have a huge responsibility because people's livelihoods are in your hands. So you need to embrace that burden and really make them your priority. Sorry. All three companies have 95% women employees. So some have actually continued on to build their own business. And I'm so proud that we were able to help them in their journey to do that.
Of course, you have successfully built and managed, like you mentioned, these three homegrown skincare and cosmetic brands. I guess many Filipinas would be interested to know, how do you manage to balance between being a mother, a wife, and of course, as a CEO?
That's always the proverbial question. It's always been a challenge to be a working mom. But I think we had a good system in place before where we can send our kids to school and then we can focus on the business during the day. However, with the pandemic and the new norm of online distance learning, it's almost near impossible. So we've always been faced with tough choices and as parents, but I think it's about getting into the right mindset and accepting that this is the new reality. So we just need to be better at time management. At the end of the day, my belief is I am a businesswoman, but I'm always a wife and mom first.
Well, thank you.
A
Yeah.
more practical tip also I can give you guys is really finding the right partners who you can trust and can complement your skills. They can definitely make your life more manageable. I mean, make sure they're trustworthy, strong moral compass, make sure that their skills and abilities can complement yours so you can build a successful business sustainably. So it doesn't take so much from you. You have a whole team that you can depend on.
Well, we wish you the best and thank you for joining us tonight. Happy Skin co-founder and CEO, Jacqe Yuengtian-Gutierrez.